Hey, so I'm trying something new using YouTube live streaming. I had somebody tell me the other day that they'd appreciated my messages, which is so humbling and encouraging. Only they were no longer on Facebook. So I thought, maybe we'll play around with YouTube. I would love to know from all of you what it is. So, can you tell I'm right by an open window? With almost 20 years of political experience in grassroots, in Lansing, around the state, what is it you would love to know about? Like, are there certain questions you're asking and you're having a hard time figuring out, or frustrations that you'd love to know more about? Leave that in the comments. But I thought today, I just want to make sure you guys know how to find your sample ballots for the August 2nd election. Um, so I wrote the website in the comments, or excuse me, in the description, and it's www.michigan.gov/vote. So www.michigan.gov/vote. Type that into your browser, and then you can go to the very top of the page, and there's a voter information tab. And that voter information tab, click on that. And then when you click on that, it's going to give you some fields to fill out, like with your information, your name, different material. When you hit submit, it will tell you where you're registered to vote, and it should give you a sample ballot. It's amazing. You can print it off. So this will give you an exact representation of what you will find when you go to vote at the polls. There's so much there's so many things on the ballot, especially watch for. So like I'm in Jackson County, the whole state has something to vote on, especially the gubernatorial primary. So you'll go in and you get to choose, right? Like which one you want to represent your party. And then whoever wins that goes on to November. There are some races you will have no choices on because there's no other contenders. So a Senate district might only have one candidate on the Republican docket. That's okay. You can vote for them if you want to, but you don't have a direct choice. So by you voting for that Republican candidate, you're not immediately putting them in office. You're simply offering them your support because they will see not that. What's a good way to say it? So let's say you have a Senate candidate who doesn't have a primary, right? So you technically could go in and skip over that portion, or you could go in and vote for that person if you are a strong supporter already. So I would encourage you to do that because to the candidates, they're going to be able to see, oh, wow, I got 100 votes, or I got 10,000 votes, or I got 500,000 votes, right? So they're going to be able to see that. But there are races you will have a choice on. So most likely it's going to be everybody will have the gubernatorial. There's going to be some congressional races that you're going to have a primary in. There's going to be state Senate, state House, some other possible local ones that you will have a primary in. And it really, really matters. Some people can make the argument that the primary election is what matters most because you and your vote are choosing who is basically going to represent you in the competition in November. So you'll see some of us asking questions like, well, okay, if you're supporting this person, how are they going to win against Whitmer? It's a very legitimate question. And it's something you need to weigh heavily because you could look at this person and say, oh, well, they're saying the right things and they're doing the right things. And I love them. But when you look at their fundraising reports, they've raised $0, for example. Or maybe they have you can already tell that Governor Whitmer is going after them or not going after them. There's just all these different dynamics that it is significant to pay attention to. I also just want to quickly touch on this, and I might have to do a longer video. Some people who are new to the political scene will look at some different endorsements and will say, nah, they've been bought and paid for. It's not fair. I want to address right to life. I have had the honor of being in the same room with the Right to Life leadership, working alongside them when I was in Lansing. These are great people, I think, as a whole. I don't know who's all in charge now, but I will say this. It is significant when you have Right to Life PAC endorsing somebody in a primary. The fact that they have put their stamp on Tudor Dixon means this. Not that they've been sold out, not that they have been bought, not that they have been, that they're doing it for any wrong reason. But here's what you need to know. They have, and I just know this based on experience, not because somebody has told me, so I could be wrong, but this is my strong inclination based on what I know. It is normal for them to not endorse in a primary if everybody has the right to life. Or when they endorse in a primary, sometimes it can mean there is somebody in there that they're very uncomfortable with, that they're not strong on life. But this is what I think it means for this time. They endorse Tudor. They really feel like, my guess, that she is the best option to go against Whitmer. Right to Life has been fighting for decades for us for the life cause. I personally think they have a lot of credibility. And so when they put their stamp on somebody, I think you and I should be asking, what do they see we don't see? Why are they making this significant chess move that maybe we wouldn't based on what we know, but maybe they see something we don't know? So I would encourage you to take Right to Life's endorsements seriously. And if you have a genuine question, feel free to contact their office. Say, could you give me some more insight? Here's where I'm struggling. They're great people. Say hi to them. And but again, michigan.gov/vote. Michigan.gov/vote. Go to the voter information tab at the top, type in your info, get your sample ballot, and you might even encourage your church family, your businesses to post a piece of paper on the bulletin board saying, you want to find your sample ballot? Here's where you go. Let others on your email list and your family know. Michigan.gov/vote.